Hey, what's up, everybody? You know what time it is. Monday at 6, the Sully squad's here. Getting ready to get into a lot of stuff here. We had the Phillies with a big week, 6-1. A little bit of a letdown yesterday, but that's all right, though. It's baseball. You're not going
We
to
were
win them
saying
all.
we were saying 5-2 was good.
Exactly. And we went 6-1, so we'll take that. So, obviously, we got some Phillies stuff to get into. We got Eagles final 53. They're starting to make some cuts. I see Mike Lauro's man crush, Carson Strong, is already gone. And then we got also Greg Ward is gone. So we're gonna get into that, and we're gonna probably have a little bit of fun because I think we might. I was watching Pat's show yesterday, and the Gobbler had the all-time favorite sports coaches. So as kind of like a play on that, I think we might get into like the all-time fictional athletes, see what the Mount Rushmore of that would be. So anyway, we got our usual panel -1. Europol has some stuff going on tonight, so no Europol, but I got my man Sean Killer Kilrain to my left.
What's up, Sully? What's up, Diego? How's everybody doing?
What's up, sir? How you doing, man?
Hanging in there, man.
Chilling. And then a man that needs no introduction, I got my man Diego the Hammer Bianchi. What's up, man?
What's up, guys? What's going on, baby?
Just chilling, So
I'm
like
so
we
sad
said
today. I'm so sad today.
Why's that?
We lost Carson Strong.
I know. Well, speaking of that, my man right here checking in. Whoops, hang on. My man Mike Laura, you can check him out on Sundays at 9 a.m. with the Gobbler. What's up, Mike? How you doing? And also on Thursday nights on the Out of Box Network with the Locker Room. He's got a great show on there. And I know I think Mike's lighting some candles for Carson Strong right now.
Yeah.
We got Linda Duarte. Hello, guys. Hi, Linda. How you doing? Thanks for checking in.
Linda.
We got our man, the Gobbler himself, Patrick Bernard. You can check him out every Sunday at 9 o'clock, spitting on the Gobbler Inc., him and Mike. So what's up, Pat? How you doing? But so like you were saying, I mean, a 6-1, 6-1 week, 7-4 homestand. I mean, let's be honest. You know what I mean? I mean, after we went 1-3 versus the Mets, having a 7-4 homestand actually turned out to be pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So this team's playing well. We got another comment here. Our man Bill Woodmander, Bill Woody, killer in the house. What's up, Bill? Billy? How you doing, dog? So anyway, but one of the big things about this about this weekend obviously was the return of Bryce Harper, though. Did you guys happen to catch? I didn't get to see the whole game Friday night, but I did get to see the first inning.
Right off the bat. Yeah. He's over too. Man. Literally, right off the bat.
Yep.
Well, what's funny? You couldn't have set that up any better. You know what I'm saying?
He's that kind of player, though. We've even been saying for weeks now, like we're what 16 games above 500. We don't even have our best player. One of the highest paid players in the league. He's one of the best players in the league.
Oh, I know. Exactly, dude. You can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, no, because I'm inviting Mike Lauro on, so I'm not looking at the screen. So, yeah, no, I was saying. What's that? Yeah, because I think he wants to talk some Carson Strong, so we'll let him hop on.
I just said you say Carson Strong.
But yeah, with Bryce Harper, let me tell you something. Just him coming back adds fuel to that lineup. And Friday said it anything better, bases loaded, 3 runs in, I mean, I can't wait to play the Arizona Diamondbacks. We just can't take them lightly because they had our number last time, but different game, different time. Let's go.
Here comes my man. What's up, dog?
I'm mad as hell.
Oh my God, yo!
Bro, I was hearing something. Now, I got to ask you guys. You guys are really smart about something. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When do you know a team to stop a quarterback from throwing in a preseason?
I've never seen it before.
Me neither. This has got me baffled, bro. Like, I don't know if he's like still got an injury or what. Because I watched the kid. I watched him play, man, and I know for a fact, dude, he was sought after before that knee injury, dude. He was like 3rd round at least, like before he got injured. So I don't know what's going on with him, man.
They said that one knee shot like real bad. Maybe they did some reevaluation. And
maybe, man. I feel bad for the kid, but I did see him play, man. He was pretty good. I was kind of hoping maybe he might take the reins. Like, my kid's all ecstatic now because he thinks the Giants are going to sign him. So, I mean, if he wasn't good enough to make the Eagles, hey, why not go there? But anyway, I don't want to take over your show. I just had to get my Carson shit on. I'm still going to be here, though. What are we talking about, fellas?
Bryce Harper.
Yeah, Bryce Harper.
Dude, was that not? Dude, that was movie material right there. That was Hollywood Friday night. First at bat back, bases loaded.
Yep. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Yo, and you know what? They played that this morning on WIP. Dude, the crowd was loud.
Did you see after the game they interviewed him? He threw Girardi under the bus.
Oh, yeah. And I thought he was going to kill Bryson Stott, too, for pouring water on him.
Yeah. But he had every right to, because Rob Thompson's letting these young guys play, be who they are, where Girardi, he likes to play the veteran play, you know, just like Doug Collins did with basketball. I mean, just the way he sees it.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, Joe. What are you guys thinking so far of some of these cuts that you're hearing reports of?
Well, I mean, I feel like Tartt is more surprising than cutting Carson Strong.
Who? Diego, you kind of broke up.
I said, I feel like Tartt. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, Tartt was battling personal reasons, like I was telling Joey earlier, because I think that's what kind of hurt him in the beginning of the preseason.
Yeah, I was a little surprised, but my main guy who I thought was like the cut was that killed me was Jason Huntley. I thought he had a great preseason.
They were saying he was going to go on the practice squad. I'm shocked that because Joey just showed it to me that he got cut.
He's going to get snagged.
He's going to go after somebody.
Oh, hold on, man. I'm sorry, Joe. Like, I'm sitting here like we're just going off on Eagle shit, and I know you're trying to talk Phillies. You got the Phillies. Go ahead, man.
Dude, man, listen. You know what? We always take the show wherever it goes, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to Chris Rapizi. He's asking for Greg Ward. Why?
He's hurt. He ain't gonna be ready for 5 weeks.
Yeah, they got an injury settlement with him, and also, you know, we're better at the receiver position right now. So you know what I mean. We don't, you know, Greg Ward. He was a nice story, but they got better players now. You know what I'm saying?
I think Deion Kane's going to take his spot. You know, they liked him in preseason. He's been having a good camp too.
Yeah, I like Deion Kane, man. That kid made a couple good catches, man. Yeah. But Joe, man, are you ready for? I'm looking over, man, this next week, man, with the Phillies. I'm not so much worried about Arizona as I am the Giants. For some odd reason, man, I think Gabe gets them to play against us, man. For some odd friggin' reason.
Well, the B-minus one player they won't have Darren Ruff. He's on the Mets, but yeah, just like you said, they somehow bring it, and they have our number.
Yeah, I hear you, but I don't know where Diego went. I just asked him.
Maybe I had to step off for a second. I thought that was weird too. He's there.
Hey, Mike. Actually, you know what? I don't know what it is, but there's a
echo.
There's an echo, big time. Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, because every time I'm talking, I'm hearing it through like your TV or something. So here, hey Mike, I'll talk to you a little bit later, all right?
Yeah, that's fine, man.
All right, bro. Thanks for hopping on.
Peace.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, no, I was saying I'm glad Mike hopped on, but I was hearing an echo like a lot.
What's up, Fuji? Happy Monday.
Yeah, we got Mike Fuji here. Mike Fuji, he's saying, "What's good, fellas? Happy Monday. What's up, Mike? How you doing?" We got a comment right here. Joe Hale, he says, "Do the Eagles keep the sprint runner, Devin Allen?"
Absolutely. You're not going to have him at wide receiver. You're going to have him at special teams. The gunner, man, he just needs to learn how to tackle better. But what he showed you last Saturday night was pretty special. But not as wide receiver, special teams player, definite.
Yeah, Chris Rapizzi, you sure that pick? You sure that pick wasn't you that I? Yeah. So I had multiple people tell me they thought they saw me on the at the Phillies game the other night, but it wasn't me though. What's up, dog? All right, you're back.
What's up, man? Yeah, I don't. It all got like everyone started skipping, so I just figured I'd get out of it and try and just hop back in. You know what I mean? Maybe that'll make it better.
Now you sound better, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. No, we're good. Yeah, no, I was saying I feel bad because I was happy that Mike hopped on, but I don't know what it was. There was something we didn't have the greatest connection. So
yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what it was. And he hopped on, and it really it froze everybody up. So I was like, I'm just gonna hop off and then hop back on, and maybe it was just like the connection got messed up when he was coming through or something.
But
no.
When you left, we were talking about the upcoming series with Diamondbacks and Giants. What are your thoughts on that?
I think the Phillies take at least 2 out of 3. I mean, they have to go out there. You know, they got to play out there. So I think they take at least 2 out of 3. It'd be nice to get a sweep, but I never bet on a sweep in baseball.
Yeah, well, like we always say, I mean, in baseball, even the shittiest teams win 60 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're going to lose some games in baseball where your fans are going to be like, why we lose that game? Well, you got to lose some games in baseball.
Exactly. Day games are not our in our
forte,
man. That's right. Dude, definitely 3 triples, Syndergaard.
So we got Ranger going tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it's the Ranger that we seen when he played the Mets, man, not the last outing. You know, what was it, a 5-inning game? You know,
they all got beat up in that series, though, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean,
he'll be back tonight.
He's back at it, you know, throwing good stuff and not shitty stuff.
Yeah, he'll serve them tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Joe? What do you think?
I mean, Arizona sucks. So I mean, let's hope. You know, like you said, I mean, 2 out of 3. What's that say? 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but I'll take a sweep. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, I'll say.
You know, I mean, I'm kind of in agreement with Sean as far as like the Giants make you a little concerned because, you know, even when the Giants are only like a 500 team, San Francisco historically has been a tough place to play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough ballpark. And then we don't exactly have the greatest fielders in the world. So imagine like the Giants hitting one in the gap. I mean, I could see them getting a lot of triples and,
oh, absolutely.
You know, all sort triples and maybe even in like inside the park home run. You know what I mean? Just because, you know, Castellanos chasing after that ball, dude. And then now that you have to DH Bryce, I mean, Schwarber and Castellanos in your corner outfield.
It's heavy feet.
Right
there. I mean,
very heavy feet.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah, when's Marsh coming back?
He's back.
He's back. He did come back.
Also,
okay.
Also, since we're talking about that, Bradley Zimmer got reclaimed by the Toronto Blue Jays. He went back to the Toronto Blue Jays. So it's going to be interesting now. You'll probably have Verling, Marsh, Schwarber, Castellanos. And who else do we have that can play outfield?
I don't know. I'm trying to like.
Okay.
Yeah, Pat says. I agree with Pat right here. He says the Phillies are dangerous on the West Coast. Well, we had a great West Coast trip earlier this year. In fact, that was one of the series that got us back into playing good ball. Because if you remember, that was like right after we shit canned Girardi.
Yeah,
it was like right after that time, and then we went out there. I think we took 3 out of 4 from the Dodgers. In fact, we almost beat them all 4.
Yes, we did. The last game we lost.
You know,
yeah.
So, so it's a big road trip. I mean, you know, we definitely want to keep this wild card lead on
absolutely.
You know, on Milwaukee and you know, boy, I tell you what, how about the Braves, man? Boy, the Braves. You know, it is amazing because coming into this year, I don't think any of us thought the NL East. Well, we knew the Braves were going to be good, but did anybody think the NL East was going to be this strong? I mean, the NL East is like unbelievably strong.
Yeah, I didn't think.
I mean, we spent a lot of money. So did the Mets, though.
No, I understand that, but I mean, I think a lot of people still thought the Mets were going to be the Mets, and the Mets are a different animal this year.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you keep adding good players, whether your team is cursed or not. Eventually, you're going to add the right group of good players, and they're going to be a good baseball team.
That's a good question.
I just think they have a good team right now.
Yeah, Chris Rapizzi has a good question. He says, "Do you guys think Bohm's better at third or first?" Well, he doesn't really play first that much, though.
He doesn't play first that much, but when he's at third, to answer Chris's question, I think he has a lot of errors with some solid defense. But all in all, keep switching them back and forth. I mean, see what you got to give Hoskins, who's up and down, rest.
Yeah, I mean,
so he's definitely gotten better defensively. Yeah, he's still not great defensively, but he's better than he was last year. Last year, every time a ball was hit the third base, he would cringe. You didn't know what was going to happen. This year, I feel a little bit more confident, like he can make that play. I made another play the other day against the Pittsburgh Pirates. All got down low, made a nice scoop up, threw it all the way across the diamond. He's gotten better, and he's our best hitter overall, I feel like. Like he gets on base. He sees the baseball the best, besides maybe Bryce Harper. So just keep him where he's at. You're 16 games above 500. You're doing something right.
He was batting in July, 434, like we said last time.
He's on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Here, hang on. I'm going to let Mike hop on because he's got headphones here. Let me see if he's on here. Oh, I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Anyway, so we got so let's hope, let's hope. I mean, big road trip. We got 6 games. I mean, hopefully we could go. Hopefully, at worst, we go 4-2, right? It's a 6-gamer, so hopefully, at worst, we go 4-2. So,
right.
Yeah. So let's hope that happens, man. But anyway, Anyway, so I don't know. Let's get into some Eagles talk.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I can always talk some Eagles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, don't get me wrong. I love baseball and everything, but I don't know, man. I mean, especially with two, I had 2 fantasy football drafts this weekend. I mean, I got football in the brain,
Yeah.
So I want to get into this.
I feel like it came back this year faster than it did any other year for some reason. I feel like it was just done a couple months ago, like 2 months ago, 1 month ago.
Well, you know what it was that the off season. I mean, there was just so much. I mean, there was so much drama in the off season. Like, look at all the players that got moved. Like Tyreek Hill got moved, and you know what I'm saying. Like there was
we got AJ Brown. We had a lot of signings. I feel like we had a lot of activity.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like this question's kind of a waste of time because we didn't play anybody, but I'll just ask it anyway. And any concerns with the Miami game, or does it even matter?
It was like varsity high school ball.
Nobody played. That's the point.
Exactly.
I know. That's what I mean. No one played. I mean, I didn't take anything away from this whole entire preseason.
Yeah, neither did I.
Nothing.
There he is. What's up, Mike?
Now do I sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hang on a second. Now, because it wasn't when you were talking. Honestly, when I was talking, I was hearing myself in background.
Yeah, mine was freezing up. It's hard to freeze up, so that's why I just hopped off.
No, but it's because of my television. I had this, for some odd reason, my laptop, I got it hooked into my television. So what happens is every now and then it'll kick it back over, and then you guys will start hearing the feedback. And that's what you were hearing, because I actually caught it when you first, like, Joe was like, all right, man, I'll let you go. And I went over to Facebook, and you could hear it. It was my TV. So I had to go in. I had to go in and reconfigure it for a minute so you guys don't hear it.
Cool. We're good now.
Yeah, so Chris Rapizzi's got a question here. He goes, when Wentz comes here, does he get booed or cheered?
He's got to get the boo for the first time.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the 700 level. You're definitely going to hear his boos, and the people are going to cheer. But, yeah, it's going to be 50-50 in my eyes.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture.
Me too.
I think you should get 100% booze the first time, and then the next time he comes back, like next year, you give him a cheer. Thanks for getting us 12 wins Super Bowl year. But like the first year, because you were such a bitch about how you wanted to get out of here, you know what I'm saying? You could take these boos.
Yeah, and antisocial as well. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, take those boos and then hopefully take that L afterwards.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope they take an L twice because
Yeah.
I'm going to the game in DC. So that's going to be a game I want to see them like just destroy him.
Yeah. So Mike, I was asking if there, because I feel like this, I wasn't even going to ask this question, but I got it up there. So, any concerns with the Miami game? Because I really had none because nobody played. But is there anything to take out of it? I mean, basically, I guess my thought was, well, geez, if we have like the first, if we're down to our third string, we're going to have problems. But isn't that any NFL team?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that game kind of proved in my eyes, because we were hanging together Saturday night, and, it's, oh, Jesus God. I can't go nowhere. Like, Pat is the guy, who the guy last week that was getting caught sucking a hot dog through a friggin' beer and a straw at Yankee Stadium? That's Pat. That's Pat in about 10 years. But, no, seriously, like...
except he wishes it wasn't a hot dog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Ain't that the truth? You know what I'm saying?
This is what I got to put up with every Sunday, dude. Like, before I go to church, before I sip my coffee, I got to deal with comments like this.
How many Hail Marys did you say in church?
I had to say a whole bunch, dude. I had to jump into holy water, dude, after doing a show with Pat.
Like put it like now, like you just shaved.
Right. But no, getting back to that game the other night, man, only thing that game proved is that Miami's first two units were better than our third.
Yeah.
That's
football,
it.
JV football, yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm not worried about it. Like, I really do think, though, I am going to say this, though. I think that game in Detroit, the opener, I think it's going to be a lot closer than people expect it. Because Campbell's going to have those guys ready to play. You know what I mean? So,
dude, I'm watching Hard Knocks, and like I was telling Joe before we got on, just the intensity and how he gets these guys to play in practice. He incorporates in the game, man. And I mean, the Eagles better not take them lightly because that could be.
I don't know about how it incorporates in a game because I watched them get waxed by the Steelers yesterday. Like Kenny Pickett was throwing little tiny fingers. Pickett was throwing balls deep down on a dime down the field, just hitting wide receivers.
We should spank the Lions week 1, but you never know what a team's going to be like for the year until the year starts. I know the Lions sucked last year, but they got a new coach, whole new system. They got a nice receiver in Amon St. Brown. They got a nice running back in DeAndre Swift. Jared Goff's not good, but he can manage a game.
He's dependable and reliable, yeah.
Yeah,
you guys mentioned all that, and everybody forgot about T.J. Hawkinson, who was probably one of the better tight ends.
I didn't even bring up T.J. Hawkinson. You know, so it's not like they're a team full of slouches. It's just, is their offensive line good enough? Is their defensive line good enough? That's where their holes come in.
Well, that's what I was going to say. They actually are pretty good on the offensive line and the D line. So if they're good up front,
how's their secondary?
Not good.
That's one of their issues.
I think any team with a bad or not any team that has an average secondary, the Eagles are going to burn them this year. They're not going to cover A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Goddard. The only way the Eagles don't move the ball in bad secondaries is if Jalen Hurts don't step up.
Well, it depends
That's
on
the only way. Because with AJ, give Tom Brady like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, or give any good quarterback in the league them guys. Give even a guy who hasn't done it for long, Joe Burrow. Give him the guys we got. He's going to shred.
I don't know, man. Like, I kind of agree with everything you're saying there, but me personally, I don't have this love for Joe Burrows. I really don't.
It's not about love. It's more about the weapons I'm talking about. You give any quarterback that can swing the ball, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert, it's going to be hard to stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as they've run their routes good enough that as long as the passes are on point, they're going to make it happen. You give A.J. Brown a 2-yard pass. If it's in front of him, he's getting 20 yards. He's a monster. It's like bringing down T.O.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Devontae Smith, I feel like he's a very elusive receiver. He gets a step on you, and the quarterback can hit that the way he was getting hit to him in college all his whole career.
Kid runs great routes.
It's all about Jalen Hurts. That's the only question on this offense.
Let me ask you,
and maybe on this entire team, the only question.
Well, I was going to say, Chris Rapizzi right there, he's got it right there. He says make or break season for Hurts. And then just real quick, he asked the question here. I'm going to say Ben Simmons with this one. He says, who does Philly boo more, Wentz or Simmons? I'm going to say Ben Simmons by 4.
Oh, that shit shouldn't even be. Ben Simmons should get. Oh, it should be the worst boo fest of all time.
Yeah, because I mean, you could see, I know Carson. Huh?
Stop the bench.
Carson doesn't get love because he was antisocial, and he figured he got him to the Super Bowl, this and that, and they got a statue of who? Peterson and Foles.
Well, I feel like Carson Wentz gets booed because he's so entitled. Like, ooh, why'd you get Foles? Ooh, why is he like he get a statue? Ooh, I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm so corny. Yeah. Like, that's a you problem, dude.
Yeah. Well, exactly. That's people. That's people's issue with him. But I mean, at least Carson Wentz did give us a championship. I mean, Ben Simmons came here with like the great hope, and his little bitch ass don't even play.
Yeah, I don't even think it's close. I'm just saying. I think the only reason Carson gets the booze is because how he acted to get out of here.
Absolutely.
But honestly, like I said, I think at some point, whether it's not the first game, but the next time he comes back here, if he's still the quarterback for the Commanders next year, you give him a cheer next year for looking out. You know what I'm saying? Fire Howie. Go to sleep.
Matty P with Fire Howie. He loves Howie.
That's great.
Yeah, we should all chip in and get Howie to do a cameo for Matty B.
I don't even love Howie Roseman. But the thing is, if you're from Philly and since I was born, there's been 2 championships in this whole entire city, the guy that constructed the team to get me that championship, I'm going to ride for it.
I know. It's so fun. It's so funny. I don't think I've ever seen a guy hate a guy more than Matty B hates Howie Roseman.
It doesn't even make any sense. What does any general manager before Howie Roseman the Eagles? They ain't done nothing but shit. They ain't done shit. Howie Roseman got us the only Super Bowl of this whole franchise. So he's obviously the best general manager we ever had. This team is stacked.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Al said, he did help us win.
Yeah, there's Al Safiri here. You can check him out on Edge of Philly Network. He's got Edge of Philly Sports. He's got Carson helped us win a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
And Simmons.
We don't win it without him. We don't win it without Carson. Nick Foles don't win us. Don't go 11-2 or whatever we were. He doesn't go that stretch.
Exactly.
Bro,
I'm going to go as far as saying Carson Wentz is probably the main reason we won that championship. He's the main reason. We don't get that by. We don't. Or the ones every game to Philly. It's hard to play in Philly in a playoff run. He helped us get that and secure that during the season.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, I was at that Raiders game when Foles took over. I mean, he had a great game the week before against the Giants.
Yeah.
But God, did he have a god-awful game against the Raiders on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
It was freezing that day.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
The cold affected Nick Foles that day.
Whew. But it's just, I mean, I don't know. I'm appreciative of what Carson did. I mean, because he was money that year. I mean, just take a look at the one game he lost against Seattle, dude. Like, I remember he had Aguilar for like a 90-yard touchdown on a sprint out. So, I mean, the dude left it on the field. And, like, last year, I'm sorry, but that dude in Indy, the owner, he is a certified nutcase. Like, that dude is a hellified nut. And that dude just didn't have the same beliefs as Carson. I think that's why it was a bad situation. But he's battling. He's battling with Matt Ryan right now. Like, Matt Ryan is, like, ostracized out of that locker room. So, I mean, come on now. You can't sit there and say it's the quarterback. Like, if you look at his last game against Jacksonville last year, it was a bad game. But he literally had 2 guys have balls go through their hands and get intercepted. You can't ask no more than that from him.
But he threw that pass down the middle of the field into triple. It's like... And then he fumbled at the goal line. Like, they lost that game because of Carson and because of a lot of other, because of Carson. Because them 2 plays ain't made, don't lose the game.
No, not at all. Like I said, man, like for this year, man, like I'm gonna tell people too, like watch out for the Texans. Texans are gonna be sneaky good this year, man. They got a good, yes, they got a pretty decent, solid defense. They got Lovey.
I think now
they got Lovey Smith as their head coach, who's a defensive-minded guy. And I'll tell you what, that kid Davis Mills is unreal, bro.
Well, they got Marlon Mack at running back and Damian Pierce.
Dude, Damian Pierce is a stud, straight stud.
He had 11
It's all about whether David
he's a
quarterback Mills. It's all on Mills, the same way all on Hurts. Like, these young quarterbacks got to prove they can win games if they want to be in the NFL. Jalen Hurts has to prove he can win a lot of games for us, the team he has around him. There's no excuses this year. If someone gets on this show and makes an excuse for Jalen Hurts, I'm going to leave the studio.
Well, yeah, hey, Mike. I hope you're right on that Pierce kid because I took him kind of late in the draft yesterday.
I told you about him Saturday. Yo, man, he's a stud, man. And I'll tell you what, man. Besides like looking at the Eagles and everything like that, like we all know it's on Hurts. But I mean, if you look around the NFL too, like look at some of these other quarterbacks that got the target on them too. Tua in Miami. Dude, he's got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle to throw to, along with Mike Gesicki. Like, this is a prove-it year for him, too.
I'll tell you what, Tyreek Hill said last year on the Chiefs, that's a touchdown. This year in Miami, that's an underthrown ball. He's got to come back and make a.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, that's the thing with not having the quarterback. Here, just getting back to the Carson Wentz thing, Pat Bernard says if the Colts came here last year, he would not get booed. I disagree. I think he would have got some boos.
Oh, he would have.
But since he's been a diva over the last 3 years, he gets the boo. I think either way, he gets some boo birds.
The only one that wouldn't give him the boos would be Pat Bernard because he'd be too busy sucking him off.
Yup, Pat would be there with CW pom poms shaking his little, in a grass skirt. For Carson Wentz? Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Carson. I love Carson. What the? Get out of here with that. He's gone.
Diego, keep it down, man. You can't say Carson, dude. His red rocket will stand up.
Yeah. y'all remember Silence of the Lambs?
Yes.
That would be like Pat. Carson Wentz comes.
Yeah. I never seen somebody who had so much love for that dude. Like, listen, if you're my quarterback, I'm going to support you. The moment you ain't wearing that jersey no more, dude, adios, bro. 100%. Kick rocks. Kick rocks.
I talk shit about Jalen Hurts, but like Mike said, I got the pom-poms out for Jalen Hurts every weekend and hope he makes every big play and every throw. Like, I'm not rooting to, you know what I mean? But once you're out, you ain't part of this team anymore. I don't fall in love with the guy. Normal human being. I fall in love with people who were on the Eagles. Like the team, not person wearing the jersey.
Yeah, that's it. Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was gonna say I agree. Oh, here we go. Hang on, Christopher Peasy says, Pat, I got you. A huge Wentz fan. Hey, yo, let's keep it real though. You know what though? Hey, man,
I'm a huge Wentz fan. You guys better not be rooting for the Commanders.
Now, here's a good point though. He says,
"Nope."
Did you guys hate B? No, I love B Dog.
No, I love that. B Dog didn't leave like that though.
You blame Joe Banner for letting him go to Denver.
It wasn't even Joe Banner. That was the Chip Kelly when he left. No, that's right. Yeah, it was Banner. Yeah, Banner. Yeah, that was the Eagles' fault. That was the Eagles' fault for that. It wasn't that he left. Like Carson got himself traded out of here.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I feel like the Eagles and Brian Dawkins. I feel like the Eagles and Brian Dawkins had a. Don't you? I feel like the Eagles and Brian Dawkins kind of. I'm sure they had a nice meeting, and they were like, "Yo, this is the end of the road. Like, you had a great career here." Wait, it wasn't like Brian Dawkins came in. Yo, let me out. Let me. I'm such a baby. There's a way to get out. Get out. Zach Ertz got in the right way. He wasn't like crying when it happened. It happened.
Yeah.
He still played every week.
Yeah, as a theory here, he says he's a big Wentz fan until he saw his personality flaws.
Totally agree with that.
I agree with that. And then Chris says you hate AI when he left. Yeah, see,
Nope.
but that was different
too.
That was different though too, because as great as AI was, and the whole city loved AI, but like it was. I think when AI left, it was kind of time for AI to leave. Like the run was over.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2001 was 5 years before they traded him. You know what I'm saying? And the Sixers were in like a clear rebuild. In fact, I remember the Sixers were actually trying to tank that year because that was when Greg Oden and Durant were coming out. But then the Sixers got Andre Miller, and Iguodala was playing really good basketball, and they got Andre Miller, and the Sixers won too many games. We wound up like getting Thaddeus Young. You know what I mean? We wound up having like the 10th pick or something.
Even if Iverson would have requested a trade, that's a different story. That would have been warranted. What did the Sixers ever do for Allen Iverson to try to make our team the best team? Besides, you know what I'm saying? Like they never added big key pieces to like help him win. Put next to him, I feel like they always had a bunch of scrubs next to him and Allen Iverson, a bunch of role players, and Iverson had to put every point through the basket. When did we put somebody around him and we were like, oh, we got two guys that are going to go up against the best, are going to go up against Kobe and Shaq? Because at that point, you tandem to be able to do something like that. We never put AI comes and asks for a trade, it's warranted because it's more like you guys never helped me win, get me out of here.
Yeah,
Carson Wentz he just got done over a Super Bowl run asking to get out. Come on. Yeah, and he was a big part of that.
Chris Rapizzi says Eric Snow was a beast. Yo, I love Eric Snow.
Was a bum, dude. Yo, remember how his knees used to come up on his little jump shot, on his little pull-up jump shot from the foul line?
You know what, though? Eric's, you know what, though?
Reliable.
Eric Snow, I'll tell you what, though. I give Eric Snow, man, those dudes had heart, though, man. Eric Snow played with a lot of heart.
Yeah, but as you can see, you don't win with heart. You win with talent. You win with putting a lot of talent together and winning a championship. No, this isn't a movie. We're going to talk fictional characters later. This ain't a movie where put a bunch of guys that are like, I love football so much. You go win a championship because of it. You win a championship because you got a lot of talent together.
Oh, man.
That's true. Al-Zafiri says he doesn't blame Wentz for wanting out. Well, I mean, I guess maybe because of the Hurts thing, maybe that's what he's talking about. And then he says, didn't do it right, but I don't blame him. I mean, it might have been Carson's time to leave, though. Maybe. What do you guys think?
No, I was asking now. I was like, fuck this guy. I still want to root for this guy. You don't want to be here? Say in peace. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me hate really wanting to be out. It's like, didn't we like him? He helped us get a Super Bowl. I feel like the people that were hating on Wentz, they were just hating because they wanted Jalen Hurts to come in and they liked Jalen Hurts for getting drafted. You know what I'm saying? They were just hating.
Flashy name, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see. Fuji with the comment here. Yeah, here we go. Well, getting back to the AI, Mike Fuji says the Sixers brought guys like Chris Webber, Big Dog Robinson, Kukoc. They were past their prime. Well, that's true. But, one thing I'll say, though, and I'm a huge Iverson fan, AI's part to blame for that, though. Because AI, as great as he was a hard guy to play with. It was hard.
I hear you, but see, the thing in the NBA is you get as much talent and you figure it out from there. Iverson to play with, that's fine. There's a lot of these teams that try to. I don't feel like Kyrie and KD play great together.
Mm-hmm.
But you get as much talent as possible on the same exact team in the NBA, and you can NBA like that.
My only objection with the whole AI thing is that, like, if you remember his first year when he came here, we had Jerry Stackhouse. Like, I thought them two were going to be a great dynamic duo, man. Sure enough, man, Stack couldn't play with him. Stack was like, dude, get me out of here. He's like, I can't play with him. You know what I mean? And I thought, like, really, if you look back then, dude, like, they were two ballers, man. And, it was, I mean, I kind of like, I see where everybody's going with this. My thing with Wentz is, I felt like he kind of passed the buck on a lot of things to other people. Like a lot of people, how long did we hear? Oh, if Alshon Jeffries only would have caught that ball in New Orleans, we would have went back to the NFC title game. Like, you know what I mean? So like, and plus he wasn't a real personable, I guess, person in the locker room. Why else does your teammates build a shrine to the backup? Like that's where my red flags are. This isn't the fan base. We didn't build the shrine to Peterson and Foles. This was
internal. Yeah.
That was from the inside out. That's true.
Right.
Yep.
So if you're looking at it, there was people in his locker room going, dude, this guy's a Fruit Loop and we don't want him here. So there's something that he was doing there that had him going. So that
hung out with was Jordan Matthews. Everybody else, he didn't want to associate. They would invite him places. He alienated himself. Only Jordan Matthews.
And he did the same thing last year in Indy. He did the same thing last year in Indy. The only guy I think he talked to was T.Y. Hilton. That was it. And he had Michael Pittman out there, dude. Like, that kid's a beast. Kid's young,
man. Bring him under your wing. But something like you said ain't right. I mean,
I just don't think, honestly, I don't want to sound corny, but like, he's just, when you meet somebody, you're like, this dude's cool. I'm with this dude.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he froze on us.
He froze. I think I know what he was saying though, because he's probably talking about the, and this kind of goes into Fuji's point right here, because Fuji says as soon as Hurts took over in the Green Bay game in the second half of 2020, Wentz was done here, and I think that's kind of what Diego's kind of, not to speak for him, but since he froze, I will. I think what he's trying to say is that these guys. The Eagles started getting a little younger, and I think they identify more with Jalen Hurts than they do Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big part of it.
True, but if you look at it and everything that they've had, though, they still had that veteran leadership there. So, and here's the thing. Like, I think guys like Alshon and Chris Long, I think they try to be that mentor to Carson, but for some... Yeah, he was going to go to the beat of his own drum, and that was it. And they kind of was just like, all right, dude, well, if you're going to do that, we're going to go over here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what I think happened there. Because that's all you kept hearing is, I was waiting for somebody to do a Mike Singletary joint and go, can't win with him, don't want him. I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Diego, you good, bud? You keep freezing up?
I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. I feel like I was talking, everyone was like fine, and then it was just like black.
Bro, I somehow got kicked out, so
I don't know. StreamYard's fucking up.
Yeah, it is.
It's all good. People will hate him more, goes to Dallas and win a Super Bowl. Carson Wentz. Wouldn't that be ironic? Can you imagine that?
Can you imagine all the Cowboy fans? Oh my God, dude, Paul and Matt would be doing. They would just. You'd have to go there with fucking the things where you got to zap them to get their heartbeat back, because they would both be dead. They would be like, you know what I mean?
Well, and all fairness,
if Carson Wentz with the Dallas and won the Super Bowl, Paul Spencer would take Pat's spot.
Oh yeah, big time.
He'd be like, yo, get off your knees. It's my turn, bro.
Oh, man.
I think Pat would become a Cowboys fan. You'd see him on the 215 Boys show.
Yeah.
Crop top
You get the star tattoo right here.
Yeah. Pat. Pat will get it around his belly button. So when he does his dancing when he does his striptease at home.
Oh my God! Yeah, you'd have nothing but a cowboy hat and Spurs.
Cowboy hat, Spurs with the logo right here. That's the only way his wife's probably going to, touch him.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
I'm so killing Pat right now. I'm sorry, Pat.
It's funny.
No, he knows it's true. Mo's a Cowboys fan, so.
Oh, okay.
All right, so anyway. Yeah, so real quick, I mean, I guess to get on a serious tip right here, we're doing the cuts. Do you think, personally, I feel like the Eagles add a safety or they add a running back, and there was an interesting cut. Miami just cut Sony Michel. I don't know if Miami literally just cut Sony Michel, so I was looking at him. And then also safeties. I know Chuck Cecil of the Ravens asked for a trade. Wait, was it Chuck? Wait, Chuck Cecil. Why am I drawing a blank?
Chuck Cecil's from our era, dude.
No, I know. Well, who the hell am I thinking? Who am I thinking?
Chuck Clark, I think.
Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, and what did they try? They were trying to trade for him. They offered Rager for him.
Oh yeah. Here we got Paul Spencer right here. You can check Paul Spencer out on the 215 Boys and the Out of the Box Network. He also does UFC show. He said, "Fuck that." At the practice field, I heard Wentz to the boys. Fuck Wentz. You know you'd be if he won you a Super Bowl, you'd be loving his ass.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. Now, you know what? No, you're right. You're right, Mike. It's Chuck Clark. I don't know why I'm thinking of Chuck Cecil, but yeah.
Because he used to hit the hell out of people. That's why. That dude was a big. Him and Andre Waters. I don't know who got fined the most in the 90s.
I think Chuck Cecil did because he led with his head more than Andre Waters.
Dude, if he don't have CTE, then I don't know what. That dude was a battering ram.
When I played football, they said to us, the guys in the secondary, you do not want to tackle like Chuck Cecil. And the kid's like, why? Don't lead with your head. Lead outside. You know?
Yeah.
He just was like a missile ready to explode you, man.
But yeah, you know what? You know what else was an interesting name too? Like I didn't know about Sony, so that's awesome. They could get him. But I also like the whole Kenyon Drake thing too.
I like Kenyon Drake.
I like that too.
Because he's still out there, and Kenyon Drake can catch the ball.
Yes, he can. Versatile.
So,
out the backfield.
See, if I'm looking at out of back, I drafted Gainwell and Boston Scott. You know what I mean? So add an extra. Give some. Our backfield right now is Al Sanders, right? Well, Boston Scott.
Right.
They're definitely going after somebody.
Then you got to bring in a pander, someone that can bat. You also got to add in Jalen Hurts, the running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Jalen Hurts might actually be our number one running back, just like Lamar Jackson is Baltimore's number one running back. So look at it that way. Like we don't have to pay somebody to be in our backfield.
You think they hold him on a leash to not?
No.
Even
you can't do. What are you gonna? You can't do that because then Hurts' whole game is he can get out the pocket and move and kill you on his legs. So you always got to be on your toes. He's just stationary. Then his game is trash. I mean, that can't be his game. He's not a good enough thrower. He's like Joe Burrows, if that makes sense. Where Joe Burrows ain't got to move. The yard pass right out of the pocket. He needs that intangible. That's what makes Jalen Hurts great. Make Jalen Hurts really great. The intent he can run and make every pass. That's what makes Josh Allen the best. That's what makes Mahomes the best. That's what makes Justin Herbert extra dangerous. Perfectly down the field on the move.
Yeah, we touched on this a little earlier, but Blue City Empire Sports, shout out. Thanks for checking us out. They said the Eagles released Greg Ward. We touched on that. Chris Rapizzi, who's the power running back? That's kind of what we're getting.
That's what I think they got to add. Big power running back.
Sanders out with an ankle injury. Who the hell knows the severity of it? So where do you go from there? Like Mike, all of us said, you addressed it with a running back, whether it's Sony Michel, Kenyon Drake. I wouldn't be surprised if you see another surprise cut.
Dude, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if you see them bring back Jordan Howard.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, I would have run Boston Scott. He's hurt.
No, Jordan Howard has some neck issues, just like Chris Carson. I don't know the severity of it, but I like him as a bruising running back, but give him a medical thing, see how bad his neck is. But I like to move on from him and get somebody like Sony Michel, new blood.
Yeah, but Sony Michel's not a power back, though.
That's what I mean.
Like Kenyon Drake is. Kenyon Drake is like 220, 230. Like, he's like 6 foot, but he can catch the ball. So Drake would be a guy you could bring in and plug in as your power back. I'm not sold on Miles Sanders. I'm a Penn State guy. He's been hurt every year, and he's already hurt. So you can't keep sticking Gainwell and Boston Scott running through the middle. You need that guy for 4th and 1 at the goal line. You hand him the ball and say, run behind Jordan Mailata and everybody else. And there's another one right there too. No, LeGarrette Blount's not. He's retired.
I know. I think he's kidding.
Yeah.
He's kidding.
Oh, I was about to say.
Jay Guy's retired. Blount's retired.
But don't also rule out too that they might try to bring back Corey Clement too on the cheap.
Yeah. But
that's what I'd be looking for. I would just be looking for someone on the real cheap that's got a lot of weight to him. First down on 4th and 1. Hit that offensive line because I feel like Gainwell and Boston Scott can do what we need them between the 20s. Boston Scott always produces. And
especially against the Giants.
Everyone's like, who are we bringing in? It's like, just let's go with the guy we drafted last year in his second year because that's how we drafted him last year in the 3rd round. Let's go with Boston Scott, who always produces, and bringing a big bruiser for 4th and 1, like Mike said.
But yes. I mean, I also like your thing too with Chuck Campbell. Was it Chuck Campbell? Is that his name, Chuck Campbell?
Chuck Clark.
Oh, Chuck Clark. I also like that too. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed for the Eagles going out and getting him because, to be honest with you, I was so pissed, dude, when the Eagles let Rodney McLeod go and they kept Anthony, whatever his name is. Like, that dude was shitty last year, our starting safety. So I'm like, ugh.
Oh, Harris?
So, yeah, Anthony Harris. Yeah, he was shitty. I didn't like him. I like McLeod better.
Our safeties is going to right? And how are we going to start? That's our starters?
Right now, it's Epps and Harris.
Yeah.
As our starters.
Okay.
Like, if you were going to keep somebody to mold Marcus Epps, I would have kept Rodney McLeod. You know, he can be that mentor. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me for them, the only thing I can equate it to is Jonathan Gannon came from Minnesota. That's where he was before he got hired here. You know, Harris was also in Minnesota. So there's probably a familiarity with the defense he wants to run.
Right.
That's the only thing that I can think of. Other than that, like, to me, like, the dude's got feet for hands. How many times he get hit in the chest last year with a ball and didn't make an interception?
Right.
No, I know. Well, hey, listen, before
he's not terrible though. He made some serviceable plays last year.
Well, before we get out of here, I wanted to get a fun little thing going here. So, I don't know, all-time movie athletes. Okay, so maybe
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore of movie athletes. Which this is kind of play on what you guys were doing yesterday, Mike, as far as the coaches.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm looking at this list here, and you know what? I'm going to give honorable mention because we were talking about a running back. I got one right here. How about Omar Epps from the program?
Very good.
Running back.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. So I don't know. What would you say? So Diego, like who? Like you know, there was a lot of great sports movies out there, but who would be like on your top like 4 of like all-time fictional athletes? Like if you had to name a couple, like who would be on your top 4?
I got
it. I think he froze again.
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
He's really pondering that, John.
Jesus Shuttlesworth, he got game.
All right, so Mike, I'll ask you, if you had to come up with the top 4 fictional athletes, who do you think you'd go, or who would be one? I guess you might pick. One
is Philadelphia, bro. Rocky.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? I almost would have to say other than Rocky.
All right, other than Rocky, I liked, believe it or not, I liked Lattimore from the program. The big jacked up dude that was the linebacker. Yeah, he would go in and practice. All of a sudden, coming in, he's like lifted all these weights. Like, we're like, yeah, dude.
Put his head through the side window.
Yeah.
Yeah, first team up.
Seat at the table, you know?
Yeah, he was good, man. To me, like I said, I like a lot of old school stuff. So, like, I mean, I'll take that one back. But if you're going to look at it, I like Tom Berenger in Major League.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
He played Jake Taylor, you know what I mean? Like, he was that leader. Yeah. He kind of reminds you of Dalton, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, when you think of the 93 Phillies, I think of the movie Major League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because you're like, they had a bunch of nuts in there. Yeah, but that would be one. That would be my one right there.
Robert De Niro, Raging Bull. And what else? Wesley Snipes in Major League and White Man Can't Jump.
Oh yeah, there's a good one.
White Man Can't Jump. Yeah, that dude was hitting jump shots left and right. I feel sorry for Diego, man. I felt like since I got on, like he's been lagging, and I know it ain't me because like my internet is legitly plugged straight into right to my computer, so I'm not on Wi-Fi.
Jamie Foxx, yeah.
Pat Bernard says Jamie Foxx in Any Given Sunday. I got one. No, I was going to say that's a good one. I was going to say, for me, you talked about like back in the day type ones. For me, it's got to be Roy Hobbs, The Natural.
Yes.
Yeah. For me,
exactly.
Roy Hobbs, like I mean that's like that's my all-time favorite baseball movie is The Natural by far. You know what I mean? It's like I know it's
Robert Redford. That's who it is.
Yeah, Robert Redford. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm saying this. Yeah, Robert Redford.
You're right.
But I'll tell you what. Like if you're gonna do old school ones, like the best old school one, really, like you gotta bring up Paul Newman and the Hanson brothers. There's your Mount Rushmore right there. The freaking chefs.
Yeah. And you got Burt Reynolds in the original
Longest Yard. I mean, yeah, you got a lot of old movies, man. But some of the newer ones, I'll tell you what, LL Cool J played a running back in one too. It was Any Given Sunday. Like he did a good role. You know what I mean? So you can. I mean, it's hard to get your 4 because it's got to be a niche that you like. Like me, you, and Sean and Diego could all have different niches that we like. You know what I mean? Like me, I can bounce all 4. You know what I mean? Shit, like I'll put Air Bud up on there for basketball. What dog you know is going to dunk?
Marina Sand says the guy that played Prefontaine.
That's got to be from The Longest Yard. I think that's
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know that one.
Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed.
Paul Spencer has to be Rocky, Apollo Creed, Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn, and the dog Air Bud.
He must have heard me.
That's great. All right, look, if we go 4, I'll take Rocky out of it because I almost feel like being from Philly. That's like so. I'll go Roy Hobbs. I'll go. I don't know the actor's name, but Bertier from the not Bertier. The Bertier's buddy, the black guy from shit. What the hell's the movie with Denzel Washington where he's the coach?
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. There we go. Yeah. That guy. Because I like both those guys, but they're like strong side, left side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like those 2 dudes. Or I'll just name one of them. And then you got to go the Water Boy, Adam Sandler. You got to go the Water Boy. That's 3. And then, you know what?
You got to go Woody Harrelson or Wesley.
Actually, I'll go. He's not. Maybe I might get disqualified for this one because he's not an athlete. But I like Clint Eastwood from the movie where he's the scout.
Moneyball.
No, not Moneyball.
No, Learning the Curve.
Hitting the curve. Yeah,
Learning the curve. Can't hit the curve. My 4 would.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Marina Sands explained who that was. Track star at Oregon and coach starred at Nike.
Okay.
And then Paul said Ryan Hurst, Gary Bertier. Okay. And Adam, and then Pat says Adam Banks.
Dude, what is his love with ducks? He was all over the Mighty Ducks yesterday. Now you're continuing this today? Oh, God. Between Carson Wentz and freaking Emilio Sheen, dude, I don't know. With this guy. But no, I would do, if you're going to do, I had a thought, but it's gone now. But, all right. Now that I had the squirrel moment, top 4, okay. Billy D. Williams as Gale Sayers.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, what was that, Brian's song? Are you talking about Brian's song?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't think of that.
That's a very good one.
Yeah, that was...
There's so many. It makes it so hard. There's so many, you know?
Yeah, there is. I mean, I just had like a bunch of them in my head.
Yeah, you know what's a great... I can't think of a particular actor like as far as like for this particular thing. But you know what's a sports movie that I love that I used to listen to, especially the soundtrack before I played basketball, was Above the Rim.
Yeah.
Above the Rim had like the greatest soundtrack because they had that Warren G Regulate and all that stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I watched that movie. I couldn't wait to go out and run ball. You know?
Yeah, that was a good movie. I'll tell you another one too was I'm trying to remember. It was with Patrick Swayze and Rob Lowe. I can't remember. It was a hockey movie. Youngblood.
Oh, there you go.
Came out in the 80s. Very, very underrated movie. Very underrated movie. Of course, you got your major leagues. If you're going to put a Mount Rushmore up there, I got to go Major League 2, dude. The Japanese left fielder. The one that said, "You got no huevos." And was like, "Ooh."
Juju.
Yep, there she is. James Caan, Brian Piccolo.
Wow, yeah, that's a great one.
You know what? Those two could be up there. Yeah.
Dottie Henson.
Yeah, League of Their Own. Yeah, that's true. You know what?
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's so many. I don't know how you could even narrow it down to 4, really.
Yeah, like, you would have to have like a Mount like we should just stop saying Pat's comments because it's all. No, I'm just kidding. But damn, I'm trying to think. Like you really kind of stumped me with this because I'm sitting here thinking I got all these different ones that are in my head that were like really good. Like, dude, you could go to the movies Porky's. Like, that was legit a sports movie because they play basketball. You know? And Meet Tuparello. There you go. There's another one. You know what I mean? So
semi-pro, funny stuff. Will
Ferrell.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky Bobby. You know?
Dodgeball, dog. Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn. Yeah.
And the dude that throws the wrench. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a
Rip Torn.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Then you got Kingpin, Woody Harrelson, and Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great. Oh, you know what's the best thing? You know what I love about Kingpin when they do the commercial, and like the little kids like, and sometimes he's at my house first thing in the morning. Bill Murray's there.
Man.
Yeah. You don't want to get Munson's.
Yeah. I mean, another one. I mean, too, if you're going to look at it too, like, you know, we just had the writer and director on, but you know, the kids that played in the Sandlot. You know, I mean, you have those. You know, I mean, we had we just had the director on last week, and guys, the problem with most like Stallone are not believable, too small.
That's true. Well, you know what? The greatest thing about that, remember the Eddie Murphy role? Remember Eddie Murphy role where he talks about the little Italian guy that just watched Rocky?
Yeah,
and he's like talking shit, and then like a half hour later, he's sitting there, he got knocked the fuck out, and he's got jujubes stuck up his ass.
Why don't you take these jujubes?
He's like, oh, you just saw Rocky.
Oh yeah, tough guy. Yeah, coming out of the movie, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that was great.
I mean, too, and I mean, if you're looking at it, like say, like full contact sports, you got to bring up, you got to bring up Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme, because that was a real life story. What about?
Here's Paul talking shit. Yeah, we got our fantasy.
Draft later. Hey, Paul, in the Devereaux League, I think you finished. Oh yeah, that's right. You finished behind me last year.
Wait, hang on. We got one more.
Fire Howie.
All right. That's great.
That is awesome. I hope Diego's good, man. I hope he's all right, man. Like I said, I felt bad because it seemed like since I joined the StreamYard, he was having issues. But like I just checked my strength on my.
No, I don't, dude. I think it's because he just sent me. He said it should be. He said it shows it should be a connection. So I don't know what it is. You know, Paul Spencer, he could care no money in that. And then Marita said Stallone is 5'8", couldn't fight a heavyweight. You know what though? Yeah, but I think Mike Tyson was only like 5'9" though, right?
Dude, Mike Tyson's 5'10". He's 5'10".
Okay.
He's 5'10". He's the same size as me, dude. So, like, yeah, like, I mean, listen, Stallone's movies were believable because he made them in a time and an era where it was believable. Like, guys weren't nowhere near the size they are now.
Yeah, I
You know,
know.
like the most unbelievable thing was watching Tyson in the 80s. Like how he would just come in and he'd be
Looks
shorter
like a
than dudes.
brick shit house,
Yeah, and he would just mow through people. And I wasn't a Tyson guy. I was an Evander Holyfield guy. I loved Holyfield.
I was the opposite of Tyson, just the way he.
Listen, we could debate that, but I'll tell you right now, like a lot of people, I always said that if they would have fought in 90, Tyson's reign, he would have never made it to Buster Douglas because Holyfield would have beat him in 90. Holyfield was that dude.
Well, Holyfield was a. I hear you because, and the other thing about Holyfield too is like people forget. Them Holyfield Bowe fights were fucking wars, dog.
Dude, that's my.
Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe's a guy that doesn't get enough
credit.
I don't
No,
think enough props because he was a good heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Bro,
Riddick Bowe was good.
Bro, I wanted him to be. When Tyson got out, Riddick Bowe wanted to fight Tyson. And I was hoping that was going to be a fight. Because I'm a big Holyfield guy, but I loved Riddick Bowe. I got to meet him personally, dude. Me and a friend of mine were going to train him. He was going to do like this celebrity wrestling thing. So we had to go to New York, dude. We trained him for like a week, up there. Like going back and forth between weekends. And we got to know him, dude. He said he had to get out of the game, though, because he didn't get along with Don King. That's why
he was a cockroach. He was a leech.
He had all the fights he wanted to do, and they kept trying to push him to fight Lennox Lewis, and he's like, dude, I don't want to fight Lennox Lewis just yet.
The best thing is that Mike Tyson documentary, where Tyson knocked Don King out in a real nice plush hotel because Don King owed him like $2 million. Don's like, I got your money. He's like, no, I want it right now. And Tyson's like, all right, you don't have it? Boom, straight knocked him cold out right in front of the.
Oh, I never heard
documentary.
That. Oh, I never heard that story.
Yeah, that's why, like towards the end, Tyson had a different promoter. Like, dude, Don King's a scumbag, biggest scumbag in the world. That's why, if you take notice, that's why Floyd went into promotion himself. That's why De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins went into promotion by themselves because they didn't. You got Golden Boy West, Golden Boy East. Golden Boy West is De La Hoya, and East, East Coast, and no, they didn't want to deal with him no more, and now nobody deals with Don King, dude. Nobody. They're all going with Golden. They're either going with Golden Boy, or whatever.
Productions.
Yes, and that's Floyd, and that or Floyd, or they go with Floyd too. Yeah. Floyd's got a role.
Read and write though for Floyd because he can't do it.
That's messed up.
Yeah, but he does.
That money, man.
He does know how to count them. He does know how to count those checks and those dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that guy's filthy rich, man. And I gotta give it to him. I wasn't a Floyd guy either. I thought he was too flashy and ran his mouth. Although I will say this, he got very lucky in that fight against De La Hoya. And I'm not a De La Hoya guy, but if you ever go back and watch that fight between him and De La Hoya, early on in that fight, dude, De La Hoya hit him hard, and Roy ran the rest of the fight. Ran.
Merriweather should have lost against Cotto. Come on.
Cotto, I watched that fight too. I like Miguel Cotto.
I do,
but Floyd's just going to sit back and count his money now. Like, he's not going to get back in the ring again unless he does like what he did with McGregor, like these little, Yeah, dude, the best was Tyson looked him dead in the face and said, I will drop down to your weight just so I can beat your ass. I was like, woo. Yeah, them two got, I don't know if they got beef or what, man, but.
I think they do. They got a lot of animosity, I think, yeah.
Yeah, because, he turned around. He was like, dude, what did he tell him? He was like, you should stop hiding in that division. He goes, why don't you try moving up? He goes, Bernard Hopkins right now, he said, would whip your ass. He goes, and Bernard's like 50.
Yeah, he was another special one, man.
But,
cool,
all right,
dude.
well, we're going to get, you know what, we could go all night, but I guess we'll get ready to wrap up here. So real quick, are we coming up with a 4? I'll do Roy Hobbs, Bertier, Clint Eastwood, and the Waterboy. They're my 4. You have a 4?
Right. I'm also going to take Adam Sandler, but I'll do Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
Because that's my comedy. James Caan for Brian Piccolo.
Okay.
That's 2. I'm going to do Carl Weathers for Apollo
Oh,
Creed.
yeah. Okay.
I it's not Rocky, but it's Apollo Creed.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great. He was believable.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm going to go a little outside the box on this one, but I'm going to go. Oh, I already said it. Tom Berenger for Major League.
There you go. I love that. I love that choice.
I got De Niro, Raging Bull, and Adam Sandler for the. No, you already took it. Wesley Snipes for Major League.
Okay.
And Dennis Quaid, Any Given Sunday.
That's a good
I
one.
got another one. I'll go with Omar Epps' program. I like that movie.
There you go.
There you go. So, but anyway, hey, we're gonna get ready to wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. But before we do, let me just give a shout out to our sponsors real fast right here. Find this. All right. Whoops. All right. Anybody with any oh, wait, hang on. Let me see one thing here. Okay. Anybody with any legal troubles out there? My man David R. Cherry Esquire. You could give him a call at 610-565-0300. He does workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury, and criminal law. So make sure you check him out. And then we got Philly sports trips, which I know our own Mike Lauro, he's going down there. You got the Birds bus trip to D.C., September 25th, 2022, for only $325. You get a lower level ticket, bus, food, drink, entertainment. Check out www.phillysportstrips.com. And also make sure you check out all the shows on Edge of Philly Sports and the Painted Lines. Here they are right there, including our show, the Sully Squad. And yeah, so make sure you check out all the shows and check everything out. And anyway, it's been real. So anyway, Mike, I know I'm filling in for you on Thursday on your show. So I'm looking forward to that. So make sure you check me out Thursday night. I'll be on the Out of Box Network, filling in for Mike, doing the Locker Room Show. And we'll be back next week. Go Phillies, go Eagles, and have a great week, everybody.
Take it easy, guys.